हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू नॉलेज एकेडमी। कैसे हैं आप सभी? विद द होप ऑल थिंग्स वेल इन लाइफ वी शैल स्टार्ट दिस सेशन। आज का जो टॉपिक है वह पीबी शैली की पोयम ओड टू द वेस्ट विंड से संबंधित है। ओड टू द वेस्ट विंड के संबंध में डिस्कस करने से पहले पीबी शैली की फिलॉसफी ऑफ लाइफ के संबंध में इन अ नटशेल जानेंगे। बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू से कि आप चैनल को लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, शेयर अवश्य करें। यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम फॉर योर सजेशंस एंड कमेंट्स फॉर टीचिंग लर्निंग पर्सपेक्टिव। पीबी शैली की पोएम्स की फिलॉसफी ऑफ लाइफ के संबंध में यदि डिस्कस करें तो इनमें मेलनकोलिक सिचुएशंस, पेसिमिस्टिक लव या ये कहें कि पेसिमिस्टिक फिलॉसफी, मेटाफिजिक्स, डेथ, इमॉर्टैलिटी, एगोनीज ऑफ लाइफ, सफरिंग्स ऑफ लाइफ का डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया गया है। वॉट एवर he faced in his life he has expressed in his poems. This is the specific reason that Hindi पोएट सेज वियोगी होगा पहला कवि, वियोगी होगा पहला कवि, आह से निकला होगा गान, निकलकर नैनों से चुपचाप बही होगी कविता अनजान। ऐसा माना जाता है कि जीवन में दर्शन की उत्पत्ति वास्तव में जीवन के दुखों से होती है। यदि ऐसा नहीं होता तो महात्मा बुद्ध बुद्धत्व को प्राप्त नहीं होते तथा जगत के समक्ष उनकी जो बौद्ध फिलॉसफी है वह कभी नहीं आती। ओड टू द वेस्ट विंड की बैकग्राउंड के संबंध में यदि डिस्कस करें तो शैली ने इस पोयम को इटली के फ्लोरेंस में कंपोज किया। वे फ्लोरेंस में अर्नो नदी के पास यानी अर्नो जो रिवर है उसके समीप बैठे हैं तथा फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन को जस्टिफाई करते हैं तथा कहते हैं कि फ्रांस की विनाशकारी क्रांति वास्तव में एक सृजनात्मक एवं रचनात्मक युग को जन्म देगी। इस तरह की उन्होंने बैकग्राउंड को इसमें डेवलप किया है। शैली रोट दिस ओड especially on a day when a stormy wind scattering and shattering the dry leaves of the trees. Shelley plunged into a mood of deep contemplation, justifying the destructive aspect of the French Revolution. Through this poem, Shelley gives a message that destruction is essential basis of construction. Like this way, he defines that destruction of French Revolution will surely bring about a new era of peace. The poem opens with an invocation to the west wind as at once the preserver and destroyer. It is as it were the mighty breath of the spirit of the autumn. It sweeps hard, it flows fast, it scatters far and wide the withered leaves of the trees as it sweeps through the forest and at the same time deposits the winged seeds on the earth, where they are breath into life by the spring wind. The poet next of course, in the range of subject matter, the poet describes about the effects of the west wind on the sky. The west wind appears like a stream on whose currents loose. Clouds are scattered far and wide like the dead leaves that fall on a stream on water from trees standing on its bank. The wind is singing the funeral songs of the passing years. These clouds are messengers of the rain and storm. The vapors gather in the night. They give the sky the appearance of the vast tomb. The poet describes, the poet says about west wind, it arouses the Mediterranean, its summer dream in which it seeks through the trembling water, moss growth palaces beneath, the sea shining in a brighter light. It breaks the level surface of Atlantic into charm. The plants and flowers of the sea bottom fade and fall its approach. The strong, yes, of course, strong velocity of the wings rips open the water of the ocean and turns the sepals foliage into grey. From the presentation of the fury of the wind on the earth, the sky and the sea, the poet passes to his own self and prays to the wind to bestow upon his uncontrollable force and energy. The poet is or we can say that poet is in need for its ministration. He requests the west wind to lift him as a wave, a leaf, a cloud, because he feels upon the thorns of life and he bleeds. In other words, the burden of life, misery has crushed him into ground, hence the pathetic appeal for the energy influence of the west wind. Then later on we see the poet makes a sincere and solemn appeal to the west wind to make him as layer, or we can say a musical instrument as the forest, and then let the wind draw out from the layer of his mind the prophetic notes lying within the same manner as it draws to the music of the trees. Let it scatter his prophetic words, which are lying dead like seeds over the wide world, so that quickened with the breath of life, they may inspire men to believe in a better and regenerate world, a millennium on earth. Like this way, P.B. Shelley expresses his feelings. He wrote this ode on a day when a stormy wind, scattering and shattering the dry leaves of the trees, was blowing. Sitting on a bench alone, Shelley plunged into the mood of deep contemplation, justify the destructive aspect of the French Revolution.